국산 훈련기 및 경공격기의 대명사로 우리 방산업계 수출 효자 상품인 FA-50. 최근에는 필리핀 대통령 봉봉 마르코스 주니어가 직접 FA-50에 탑승하는 영상이 공개돼 눈길을 끌었는데요. 마르코스 대통령은 탑승 후 그 성능에 반해 추가 구매를 결정했다고 합니다. 그런 FA-50과 T-50에 대해 영국의 유명 밀리터리 유튜브 채널 웨폰 디텍티브에서 집중적으로 다뤄 화제가 되고 있는데요. 그 영상을 지금부터 함께 보시지요.
Developed by the South Korean KAI in collaboration with the US Lockheed Martin, the T-50 Golden Eagle is one of the most notable aircraft today. There are two important successes in its story. The first is the aircraft's own success, and the second is the successful vision, which is making the South Korea an actor in the world aviation industry. As a weapon detective, we're investigating the brilliant aviation adventure of this far eastern country and the starboy T-50 of this adventure. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel before we start. Indeed, with the T-50, South Korea has become one of the world players in the aviation industry. Yet, you should not overlook a detail. There's a big difference between playing in this league and being among the leaders of this league. Even so, if your goal is to become one of the league leaders, you must first be involved in the game. From this perspective, the T-50 became a sound entry ticket. The first Cold War was a bit warmer on the Korean peninsula because the Korean War ended with a truce that did not bring true peace. Therefore, having a national defense industry was not an option but a necessity for the South Korea. However, reaching this goal was a real challenge for a country that was colonial for a long time and then experienced a devastating war. Nevertheless, Koreans, one of the most hardworking and disciplined nations of the Far East, managed to perform a miracle in a short time. Of course, the support of the USA was also important in this success. In a possible war, it was difficult to provide logistics support from the USA to this other end of the world. For this reason, Washington had adopted the policy of supporting industrialization of South Korea. In fact, South Korea's local aviation industry adventure is as old as the Buffalo, which made its first flight in 1953. As the first aircraft designed and manufactured in this country, it was used by the Republic of Korea Air Force until 1960s. Only one Buffalo was produced, and South Korea had not taken a new step about this area for some time. Established in this country in 1977, Samsung Precision started to produce subsystems in aviation field in a short time. In 1987, the company called Samsung Aerospace Industries established a partnership with Daewoo Heavy Industries and Hyundai Space and Aircraft Company. This joint company started licensed production of BK-117 and BO-105 helicopters in late 1980s, as well as the F-16s in the 1990s. In 1999, this joint company became Korea Aerospace Industries, shortly KAI, and gained a structure that became more independent of its founding partners. Having become one of the leading exporters of the world since the second half of the 1980s, South Korea knew the global economic game well. Seoul was aware that the way to have a strong and sustainable aviation industry was to develop products that can be sold to foreign markets. For this reason, KAI avoided the policy of developing a fancy and glamorous aircraft that would compete with the US and European products. Instead of competing with the overwhelmingly powerful aviation industries of these countries, Koreans turned to the fields they left empty. As it will soon be seen, this was a very wise decision. Since the early 1990s, a program called KTX-2 for development of a jet advanced training aircraft was being already carried out to replace the T-38 Talons of the Republic of Korea Air Force. This program had another advantage similar to the previous KTX program. At that time, the USA and many European countries were turning all their efforts toward a new generation combat aircraft. However, these aircraft were overpriced and overcapable. On the other hand, many countries were looking for more economical alternatives that could replace aircraft such as A-37 and F-5. In summary, the export chance of the South Korea's new jet plane was high. Also, the next logical step for KAI, which previously developed a turboprop engine aircraft, was to design a relatively simple jet aircraft. Jumping directly in the 5th generation fighter race meant pushing resources and abilities very hard. KAI was already having a hard time for financing of the KTX-2 program. For this reason, 70% of the financing of the development program was directly provided by the South Korean government. Technology transfer was also required for the solution of some technical problems. A partnership was established with the US Lockheed Martin to ensure the necessary technology transfer. This company also agreed to cover 13% of the program costs. South Korea had shown the wisdom to cooperate with the league's major players rather than making them rivals. It has also managed to use non-national resources to own an independent national aviation industry. Some engineers were transferred from Taiwan who previously conducted similar programs. In 2000, the new aircraft was formally named as the T-50 Golden Eagle. The name T-50 refers to the 50th anniversary of the founding of the Republic of Korea's Air Force. Its first flight took place on August 20, 2002. After a year, the aircraft became operational. The current operators of the aircraft are Indonesia, Iraq, the Philippines, the South Korea, and Thailand. The T-50I model, which was preferred by Indonesia to replace the Hawk Mk-53 and OV-10 Broncos in 2011, also has light attack capabilities. Equipped with a radar warning receiver, this version has capabilities similar to the FA-50 but doesn't have the 20mm gun. A total of 16 aircraft were delivered to the Indonesian Air Force in 2013 and 2014. The Philippines ordered 12 FA-50s for use in light attack and lead-in fighter trainer missions in 2012. This model is defined as the FA-50PH. The Philippines Air Force is considering 3 or 4 of these aircraft to be fitted with capability for beyond visual range intercept. It is also mentioned in various international institutions and press that Philippines plans to purchase 12 additional FA-50s. In 2013, the Iraqi Air Force ordered 24 FA-50s. These aircraft, identified as the T-50IQ, were delivered between 2016 and 2017. This order from Iraq is the biggest export success of the KAI to date. With the order of 4 aircraft in 2015, the Royal Thai Air Force became the last member of the Golden Eagle Club. This model is identified as a T-50TH. Despite these achievements and having the Lockheed Martin as the partner of Golden Eagle program, the T-50 did not win the tender of the US Air Force. Although there are reports that the Iraqi Air Force has used the T-50IQs in various combat missions as a weapon detective, we have not yet reached an official confirmation. However, it is known that the Philippine Air Force has used its Golden Eagles in important conflicts. On January 26, 2017, 2 FA-50PHs conducted a nighttime attack on terrorist facilities in Budik in Mindanao. In the same year, Philippine Air Force conducted some airstrikes with these aircraft against Maoist terrorists in Marawi. Today, the T-50 is running a tough race on the world market with the L-15, L-159, M346, T7, and Yak 130. However, only the L-15 and T-7 can compete with the Golden Eagle with their ability to fly at supersonic speeds. The T-50 is also being evaluated by many countries such as Azerbaijan, Spain, and the United Arab Emirates in lead-in fighter trainer programs. But more importantly, the Golden Eagle is looking for a market as a combat aircraft in Argentina and Croatia. All these developments show us how South Korea has the right strategy for owning the national aviation industry and competing worldwide in this field. Please remember, when we mention about military systems, to export to a country does not mean a single sale. The country that bought a product from you could become your traditional market in a short time. In the following years, we may witness South Korea achieving similar success in the ongoing KF-X New Generation Fighter Development Program. Indonesia has already become a partner of this program. The story of the T-50 Golden Eagle doesn't just tell us about a successful aircraft. It also shows how to become a successful world player in the aviation industry by using the right strategies.
끝까지 시청해주셔서 감사합니다. 도움이 되셨다면 좋아요를, 다른 이야기도 궁금하시면 구독을 눌러주세요.